All right, guys, welcome to the sixth episode of the 10-minute drill. If you want to know more about the 10-minute drill and why I started it, feel free to watch the first episode. But without further ado, I'm going to get into today's topic, which is you can have anything, but you can't have everything. Now, this is a concept and an idea that I've always seemed to struggle with. Since getting into, since getting deeper into being an entrepreneur, or at least trying to be an entrepreneur, even since getting deeper and to a higher level of my sport, I've always come across coaches, mentors, or just experienced people in the sport who will tell you to focus on one area and focus on one thing, right? And it wasn't like this concept didn't make any sense to me. You know, I saw plenty of examples of athletes and business people who honed their energy into one particular area. And because of that, they were highly successful in their realm, whatever it may have been. So I had the anecdotal evidence that I could view for myself. And it also made sense, right? If there's only 24 hours in a day, 8 of them you're sleeping. So if with those 16 hours of the day that you're awake, you are focused on one particular thing, then obviously you're going to maximize that skill and you're going to be way ahead of other people who will share out that focus. So the concept made sense to me. I had evidence for it, but I've never quite been able to commit to it, not in my sport or in my business life. And I think I'm suffering with it. And even as I keep going, I'm not quite learning that lesson. So the title of this video is you can have anything, but you can't have everything. That's the title of the video, but that's not me necessarily telling you that. And I can't tell you that because I don't follow that advice. And recently it's become even more apparent that you can't have everything in life, because I've continued to play my basketball, but I've also introduced athletics into the mix too. And I'm in a place now where, post practice, it was literally just that practice. Day before, I was doing athletics training and I'm unable to give my full effort at practice because my body is so fucked from athletics. So it's the perfect example of how me trying to chase 2 different goals is leading to me not being able to achieve my maximum potential in either. So what do we do with this? I think the clear progression and the clear path to go for me would be to pick one or the other, and do the same with business, focus on one particular area and be tunnel visioned with that, become excellent at that and reap the rewards for the focus and the dedication to one thing. But I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I don't know what it's going to take for me to be decisive and to make that decision. And maybe it's something that just needs more time. Maybe I'm making the right decision by trying to balance these things out whilst I'm young. And maybe at some point, Father Time will come in with his axe and just say, Bush, you need to pick one of these. But I'm really struggling now. I know what I have to do, but I just can't do it. And it's also the thing of, when people say to me, I can't do something, I want to do it even more. And I don't know if anybody relates to that, but I have that slight rebellious side in me where somebody says, you can't do everything. You can't be good at this, that, and that, and that, and that. You have to pick one. When they say that, I'm like, okay, let me show you. And I think, it's maybe a positive thing, because that mentality is probably shared by some extremely legendary people in history. Not that I'm not trying to compare myself to those, but people who were willing to break barriers and do things that others said they couldn't do. But then there's also probably a lot of people who tried doing what I did and just ended up shit at everything. So yeah, it's just something that I've been struggling with, and it's just so hard, you know, just picking one thing. So I know this is the 10-minute drill, and the purpose of this is to kind of continue talking and continue explaining different ideas and potentially try and help other people, but I just think I need a second. And it's tough because it's not just related to positive things that you want to pursue. Like, let's say let's take this away from physical activities for one moment, and let's say you have a passion for art, and you know, you really enjoy drawing things, creating designs, but then you also have a passion for music. So it's great that, you know, I think it's a good problem to have, that, you know, you have these two passions and you have to decide between the two. But the idea of you can have anything but you can't have everything also extends to like less good things. So today, for example, after I finished work at 1:30, I came home, and you know, I've spoken many times on this channel about how I want to create this amazing brand called Sky's View, and how I want to provide for my family and do all these amazing successful business things, athletic things. But I came home from work, and recently, I don't know what it is, but I've caught the chess bug, and I've been really into playing and watching chess. And rather than taking the time between work and practice to try and take steps towards improving my business, I instead watched Gotham chess, you know, and chess streams, and just played bare chess. And it's, again, you can have anything. Okay, if you want to be like a decent chess player, you can have that, but you can't also have the successful business. You need to pick one or the other. And it's just difficult, man. There's just not enough time in the day. I wonder if anyone else can relate to that. You know, I could continue stretching this video out to get to 10 minutes, and I know that is the whole idea of the 10-minute drill, is to work on my ability to speak and to keep things going. But the last thing I want to do is waste your time. And I've got a few loyal subscribers that I really do appreciate. Like, honestly, the fact that you know, tune in regularly, it means a lot. But I'm talking about now, you can have anything but you can't have everything. So let me at least save you 2 minutes by cutting this one a little bit short today, and just giving you that idea to think about, and hopefully leave a little comment on. But yeah, we'll leave it at that. I've got a lot of thinking to do, and hopefully I get a chance to reflect and come back at you guys with some decisions, some logic behind the decisions, and hopefully and potentially it could maybe help you, it could inform your decisions in a similar area. But yeah, with all that being said, I'm going to get to bed. I've got to be up early tomorrow for work, and I've got a busy day, and you can have everything but not everything. So yeah, thank you for sticking around. This has been 6'5" Light Skin. Peace.